I stand centered in my own energy. My mind is clear. My path is mine. Only what aligns with my growth may remain. All distraction, distortion, and misalignment dissolves now. I move with clarity, purpose, and direction. My energy is protected, focused, and self-sustained. All right. I've had something that's been troubling me per se, but not really. I actually wanted to speak on this from previous experiences that I've had when it comes to relationships, or more specifically, what we consider as what comes to an end with friends. Not just the romantic kind, but your everyday people that claim to be doing something different or motivating you in ways to stay the same. A lot of what we call friends are really just people we're standing still with. And I don't live like that anymore. See, every connection is a ship. It's meant to move. It's meant to go somewhere. Even if that somewhere is eventually apart. Now, nobody talks too much or often about this, but it's real. Forward movement is the only truth. If we're not growing, not building, not evolving, then we're not connected. We're just attached. An attachment without direction, that turns into weight. I've had friendships that started solid, real conversations, real alignment, but over time, something shifts. Competition sneaks in. Not the healthy kind either, the quiet kind. The kind where they start measuring who's doing more, who's ahead, who's getting attention, and now it's no longer connection, it's comparison. Then ego shows up. Not loud, not obvious, subtle. It sounds like silence when you're speaking. It looks like distance when you're moving. It feels like tension when you're evolving. Because your growth forces them to look at their lack of movement. And not everyone wants to face that. So what do? They start keeping tabs, watching, observing, not supporting, but tracking. Waiting for you to post something, waiting for you to move, waiting for you to act. So they have something to talk about. Not with you, about you. And this is where most people get distracted, because now your focus shifts, right? Instead of building your life, you're thinking about how they feel, what they think, how they'll react. That's the trap. Because now your energy is no longer yours. It's been redirected. That's why I say a lot of friendships are a waste of time. Not because connection is useless, but because misaligned connection is expensive. It costs focus, it costs clarity, and it costs motion. Now, let me be clear. There are people, rare people, who move like you. They don't compete, they create. They don't watch, they build. They don't wait for you to act. They're already in motion themselves. And the key difference, they don't come with expectations. There's no silent scoreboard, no hidden comparisons, no pressure to perform for their validation. They support you because they recognize themselves in you. You'll notice the signs. They celebrate without hesitation. They don't need to understand everything. You moving is enough. They're consistent in their own path. They don't pause their life to observe yours. And most importantly, they're consistent in their own path. They don't pause their life to observe yours. And most importantly, they don't drain your focus from yourself. They add to your motion, not redirect it. Because real alignment feels like momentum, not obligation, not tension, not confusion. Just moving. Now here's the deeper layer. These patterns, they're archetypal. You've got the competitor, sees life as a race. Your existence threatens their position. The observer doesn't act, only watches. Feeds off the movement of others. The mask wearer plays supportive, but internally compares, judges, and waits. The complainer talks about change, but resists action, drains energy through repetition. And my least favorite of all, the cosplayer imitates motion without embodying it. Looks like progress, but isn't. And then, the builder moves with intention, supports without insecurity, creates without comparison, understands that everyone's path is their own. That's the one you keep close. Because here's the truth most people won't say. People will wait until you move just to decide how they feel about you. That has nothing to do with your path. It has everything to do with their hesitation. So never take opinions as fact, especially from people who haven't built what you're building, moved how you're moving, or committed how you've committed. And if you ever feel watched, talked about, or silently measured, good. That means you're emotional. Just don't stop your ship. To explain yourself to people standing still. Let them watch. You keep moving. Wait, don't start yet.
Cool.
I go back to my thing. Do your best not to get me holding your phone.
Yeah, we gonna have to.
Which way do you want to?
Oh, you know what?
I stand centered.
No.
What did we go through? Woo!
Yeah.
So, because I done tried my
From top.
just press it.
What? Excuse me? That's gonna be a blooper.
That's why I say, and the key difference. And the key difference. They celebrate without hesitation.